What's up, everyone? What's up? Hi, this is Will. For those who are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. You're going to like this channel. You guys also hit that like button. For those who've been here for a while, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Subscriptions are very much appreciated. Without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are now. So, we're over 4,000 subscriptions now. Hopefully, we get up higher, we get more, because the more subscriptions we get, the more we can help people. So, also, you guys, I'm ex-military. I was a combat medic in the United States Army, also a licensed vocational nurse in the United States Army. So today, we just gonna talk a little bit. Because last night, you guys, I was on my laptop, cruising through YouTube pages and trying to see what new blogs. But guys, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing all this negative talk about the Philippine woman. Oh my God. Talking about the gold diggers and they this and they just after your money. They liars and manipulative and trying to use you. And hearing things like you're the prize and telling other men without you there's no life, without you there's no party, and how you the king. Guys, just because somebody has less money than you or poorer than you, that don't make you king, that don't make you better than them, that don't make you the prize. Because there's good and there's bad everywhere. Good women, bad women everywhere. So we're gonna get to a good example here in the United States. So like I said, so I was a combat medic in the Army. So as a combat medic, my first sole purpose is to save lives. So combat medic school, basically emergency medicine, teaching to save lives, because in wartime, our job was not to shoot, not to kill, call out to the battlefield and save lives. We had a little red cross on our shoulder. They're not supposed to kill us, but we were targets because we were out there trying to save our men lives. Then I went to licensed practical nurse school while I was in the military. Then as a licensed practical nurse, my first job was out at Walter Reed, that's in Washington, D.C., you guys, in the United States. I was on the medical floor, worked the night shift. And it was just me and a first lieutenant. He really didn't do nothing. He passed meds all night, but those 30 patients, I had 30 patients I took care of every single night. Any tubes that need to be changed, I changed. Any IVs that need to be started, I started. If anyone pooped in the bed or peed in the bed, I got to clean them up, dress them and change them. And then I was responsible for the ones who can't bathe themselves. I got to give them like a little sponge bath in the mornings. But when that day shift came on, which consists of maybe 10 people, everything was done. So then I went from there. Then my next few jobs in the Army as a licensed practical nurse, I worked the critical care unit, the cardiac care unit, and the intensive care unit. So I did that for a few years. Then I got out of the military. So when I got out of the military, I was working in this convalescent home. So you have the nurse's aide, which are, towards the bottom, then licensed practical nurses, me in the middle. Then we had RNs at the top. Those are, our supervisors. But with the experience I had, especially in emergency medicine and emergency care, sometimes I see something and I see the RNs doing something. If I see a patient in stress, I try to get my feed in and my feedback. They didn't like that. So I was the only male nurse working there out of 200 and some employees. The only black men working there. So, smart black men wasn't welcome. So they used to try to find things I did wrong and sometimes get on my nerve, but I continue to do my job. But what they didn't know, because I was a licensed practical nurse in the military, and with my experience at the time, the state of California was short on registered nurses. So they knew the type of experience military guys come out with at least 2 years experience, practical nurse, they know we know a lot. So at that time, the state of California was letting us challenge the registered nurse board. I didn't go a lick of school to registered nurse, no book work, no studying. They let me come in, take a test, take the boards, and I passed. But the thing is, at this time, they were just starting the tests online. And so the way the computer was set up, when you go take the test, if you're doing really, really good, just killing it, and you're constantly at 80, 90%, the test will just turn off early because they already know you're gonna pass. If you're doing really, really bad and you at 40, 30%, the test gonna turn off early because you're doing really, really bad. So after about 30-something minutes into the test, 40 minutes into the test, I was like, turn off, because I knew it's gonna turn off. About 40 minutes into the test, boom, it turned off. Raised my hand. She was like, oh, you gotta go to the bathroom? I was like, no, I'm finished. When I said I'm finished, you guys, I could hear chuckles. Because they just knew I was feeling so bad. I'm looking around like, and I said to myself, they just don't know I passed this, I aced this. That's why they ass still sitting there. So when the lady came over there, I guess she can see the scores, but she ain't gonna tell you. So when she did what she did, and before she turned off the computer, she looked at me, then when she turned off the computer, she looked at me and smiled. So I said, yeah, I passed. So I went 3 days later, I was at home, the mail came, it was a letter from the nursing board. I was like, cool, this is my letter saying that I passed. So I got the letter, you guys. I opened it up. When I opened it up, I pulled out the letter and I unfolded, I had an RN license. So now I took that RN license, I go back to work, and everybody's like, what? He's an RN, what? When did this happen? So they were short supervisors on the night, so they automatically just put me on the night shift, made me a night shift supervisor. So some of the women who was, being a little prejudiced and messing with me, I'm now their boss. So they didn't like that. But now also, I got like a $12 an hour increase, something like that. So now, like I said, good and bad everywhere. So the bad ones saw ching. So after I got my little license, she was on me. You guys, she was on me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we started talking, make a long story short. We were dating for a few months. My extra little pay, and I was staying in an apartment with my 2 boys. Yes, me and my 2 boys, I was a single parent. Ladies, just like you guys, I know how it feels to be a single parent, and it can be a struggle. So me and my 2 boys, we were staying in this apartment, and this girl, she was staying like a townhome not far from us. So, I was helping her out here and there, helping her with the rent here and there, make sure she had food. And then one day my boys at my sister's house, I called her up, I said, hey, I'm finna go to the gym. She was like, all right, cool. She said, bring me in a kiss of McDonald's by before you go to the gym. I'm like, all right, cool. So she sent me the order, and she had 2 small kids, so it was 3 big platters. So, I'm buying the platters, and I'm like, okay, one kid is only 3, so it could probably eat just half of this platter. The other kid was 1. They ain't gonna eat much of this. So my spidey senses was going on. I'm like, why is she buying 3 platters? My spidey senses going off, boy. So I got to the house, we talking, I sit down on the couch, the kids were crying, so she had to feed them. So I noticed she only took 1 of the platters. She was splitting it up between them, and she was like, oh, you need to go, huh? All right, I don't want to hold you, this and that. I'm like, no, I'm cool. And then she was like, no, you go. And I'm like, no, I'll sit here and let you eat. You go ahead and eat. I'll sit here and we can chat while you eat. I can always go to the gym after, I leave. And she knew I knew something was up. So then she just gonna blurt out, what do you think? I got a man upstairs or something? So she was standing a little bit to my right, and the stairs was right there in front of me. I looked at her. I said, yeah. Just took off. She tried to grab me. She was like, no, Will. I got to the top of the stairs. Man, I opened that bedroom door. Then I looked in there. Got a damn man in the bed, naked. I'm like, And so I'm going back downstairs. She halfway upstairs now. I said, girl, you ain't shit. I said, man, I'm out of here. I said, don't expect nothing else from me. No, Will, no. And then she gonna say, he spent the night, but we didn't. He in the bed naked, you guys. He spent the night, but she gonna say, we didn't. I'm looking at her. Girl, you stupid. So I left, right, you guys? So after that, then my phone blowing up. Right? So I finally answered. Now this is the most stupidest thing that she could have said. She called me up to say, I might be paying the rent, but that's her bed. Come on, guys. I might be paying the rent, but that's her bed. I said, well, goddamn it, okay, you, that guy in your bed can pay the goddamn rent for now. And I hung up. After that, I was done with her. So, after that, you guys, and then my Filipino wife and my third wife, then my other two wives, who are not Filipino or Filipina, they were something else too. But out of respect for my kids, I got nothing to say. But that's the thing, you guys. I didn't give up. So, like I say, it's good and bad everywhere. And then, when I met my Filipino wife, I finally found something good. But we're gonna get back to that. But you know, everyone know this country is poor. So, of course, you know, you got good and bad. So if the bad can try to get a little bit more money from you, they will, because they hungry. But don't let that stop you from looking for a good woman. Don't let that stop you for being who you are. Don't be listening to this negativity, because I tell you now, those guys who calling you a simp and this and that, they over here. They with a Filipino woman. So did they think they were a simp? Or did they think bad about they Filipino women? One of them, he talked so bad about Filipino women, you wouldn't even think he got a Filipino woman. I'm like, wow. You know, talking about what a Filipino woman is worth. A Filipino woman is worth what you think she's worth. Filipino woman is worth what you think she's worth. And yeah, you might run into a bad one. I ran into 3 bad ones before I found that good one. But I didn't go back into each situation thinking this woman is bad. You know, benefit of the doubt. We got to get to know her and see what's going on. You know, not every woman that everybody has ever met was the perfect one for them the first time. That's even the ones who talking that crap about how bad a Filipino woman is. So that's up to you. And for those who calling other people simp, that's their business. Why are you in other men's business? Other men can make their own mind up. You know, some of you guys are getting the wrong impression before you come over here. Don't get that wrong impression. You're gonna miss out on a good Filipino woman. Now, you know, not to say nothing bad, but some of you guys, you know, you come over thinking you the prize, you this and that. You ain't the prize in the United States, are you? No, you not. So why the hell you think you the prize because you come over here because you got a little bit more money? You not the prize in the United States. You can't get a beautiful woman like that in the United States. That's why you running over here. Not trying to, you know, talk bad about some of you. I'm talking about the ones who come over here with this negative thinking about they the prize. You got to think about it. The true prize is that Filipino woman. That's the prize. When you get a good Filipino wife, that's the prize. And the first time I saw how dedicated they are to their man is when I was working on a cancer unit. And my patient, he was a white man, 75 years old. He was confused. We used to have to tie him down because everybody was fucked and 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 he was racist, and he just spitting at people, and he was dirty, and he was peeing on himself, and had grungy, nasty teeth. But you know who was next to him at his bedside, trying to keep him calm, trying to talk to him, trying to make sure he's clean, was his Filipino wife. She was 30-something years old, or maybe close to 40, but he was like 75. But that woman was dedicated to that man. And I was surprised. And I was like, I told my wife, Jocelyn was my girlfriend at the time, like, is that that's his wife? I'm like, man, she loves it, man. She making sure we take good care of him. So that's when I saw dedication. That's what you get in a good Filipino woman, you guys. That's what you get. Because I'm gonna tell you, when I found this, how I found out Jocelyn was the one. So you guys, I had hemorrhoids back in the past. Hemorrhoids. Everybody know what hemorrhoids are. If you don't, look it up. So I needed a hemorrhoid surgery. So I was scheduled for surgery. I went to surgery, right? But when they did the hemorrhoid surgery, somehow, some kind of way, deep in the inside on my rectum, I had an abscess. Not only was it an abscess, it had grown so big, almost like a tumor that had ate kind of through my rectum, and the whole thing was just all, like you say, just toe up inside. This doctor had to cut out my whole rectum. Not only had to cut it out, then he had to take pieces from inside my body and build a new rectum, all the way up from the inside to the outside. The skin on the outside was all raw. A new rectum had stitches going all the way in the inside down the rectum, stitches on the outside going around. So it had to keep me on laxatives because you can't stretch it because you're gonna break the stitches because it ain't healed. And so much pain. Right after the surgery, they had just overdosed me and medicated me. It was so much pain, guys. I just stood straight up on the gurney right after surgery and just screamed at the top of my lungs. I still remember that. But I couldn't see because of the medication they just gave me was keeping me where I couldn't see. And I was screaming, like, she was like, what's wrong? So I'm like, I'm in pain. Well, Mr. Jackson, we just gave you medicine. I don't give a fuck. Give me some more medicine. So they finally got me calm. But after that surgery, you guys, I was a mess. I could barely walk. I could barely roll over. Jocelyn took 3 weeks off work off of her job and stayed at my condo and took care of me. She rolled me over. She helped clean me. She wiped me. She took good care of me. And she did that. I was like, oh my God. Ain't no woman ever cared for me like this. Never. So after that, I knew we was gonna get married. So guys, don't listen to all the negative. If someone who talks negative about someone all the time, they got a true problem. People calling other people simp, they got a true problem. Why are you worrying about another man? Calling him stupid, calling him dumb. Go with your heart. Do what you normally do. Don't let these negative and all these negative talk things you hear on the internet, and especially on these other blogs, start making you think a certain way. Because if you do, you gonna miss out on the prize. The prize is not us, you guys. This country was poor before we came, be poor after we leave. Just because you come over here with a little bit of money, that don't make you better than no one. That don't make you a prize. Because some of you definitely not a prize in the United States. You're going to miss out on the prize. Because when you get that true Filipino woman that loves you and dedicated to you, and of course, that's your job to take care of her. Because when I first met Jocelyn, I knew she was the one. So me being the prize, that wasn't it. Money don't make me the prize. What she brought to the table was worth more than money. Her dedication to me was worth more than money. Her love for me was worth more than money. I did not, which the way she makes me feel and the way she loves me, I didn't feel that from my first two wives. That's worth more than money. So they can call me a simp. Because when I first met Jocelyn, and she was telling me about she hadn't been home in a while, she didn't ask me for that. She ain't been home about 3 years. I went out and bought her a round trip ticket so she could go see her family. She didn't ask me for that. That's because I know she was the one and I wanted to do something good for her, something special. And that's what I did. When we were just dating for about 2 months, 3 months, and she let my son use her car. He went out, it was an older car, and he wrecked it. He totaled it, it was under insurance. I mean, and she probably could have went out and got another used car. I went out and we went to the car dealership. I put down on a brand new car. She got a nice little sports car. I made the down payment, and I made every payment after that. Yeah, you called me a simp, but look, 17 years later, she right in there, and she still loves me, like crazy loves me, still loves me. So back then, yeah, you call me a simp, or whatever, but and you listen to that crap and let people call you simp, that's what you're gonna miss out on. The real prize. The real prize is not you, it's not me. Definitely ain't the ones who talking that shit, because they with a Filipino woman and they talking. I don't see how they Filipino woman can sit there and watch them blog and degrade other Filipino women. That's what crazy to me. But anyway, we're gonna end this. Stop calling people simps. Let a man choose what he want to do. You guys choose what you want to do. You go there and learn from your own experience. So not every person who met everybody for the first time, that person was the one for them and that person was just so perfect and good. No, you might go through 1 or 2 bad people, but don't let that deter you, and don't think bad about people or negative. Because if I would have let that deter me my first 2, I wouldn't have found the 3rd. So with that said, you guys, it's Black Men in the Village, and we haven't figured out where we're gonna pass off the rice yet, guys, but we're up to 6 sacks. When I said 4 last time, we had a donor sent a little bit, and then we had another donor sent for some sandals. We're gonna make sure them sandals get out there. But we have 6 sacks right now, you guys, so if anybody want to add to our monthly rice giveaway, it'll be some links below. Go hit that. But you guys, I just had to say something, because this country is so beautiful, and when you come here, you need to come here in the right frame of mind. You don't come here think you better than no one and someone's supposed to cater to you, because you gotta give respect to gain respect. So if you come here and you're not respected, how the hell you the prize? You gotta give respect to gain respect. The true, real prize is that good Filipino woman who's gonna love you unconditionally, be by your side, and gonna be your ride or die for life. For life. She ain't letting you go. All right, guys, peace out. Black Men in the Village, love you.